All right, well, let me bring you up to date because last time I was making a video on this, the carpet wasn't in or anything, and basically I just got busy with getting the job done because we have a trip coming up in a few days and a deadline pending and really just needed to buckle down and get it done. But pretty much the job is essentially done, so let me show you where we are. Okay, so we saw the floor. These are the some slide out slickers that I've purchased because come to find out there was a bit of an issue with this slide out creating little scratch marks here. And I did a little bit of research and it looks like these are probably the easiest ways to go. I've actually got two more coming, so we'll put one here because you can see I've got some cardboard in place right now and over there on the end. So we're going to replace them all with these little slickers, which we'll only use when we're traveling, and otherwise they'll be put in storage. But we are done with most everything here. We've got the quarter round in, which has got a few little imperfections on it. You can see that there. But overall it came out pretty well. I mean, considering all the weird angles and all that stuff. Let me turn this on in there. We got to figure out, I've got a little gap issue here to figure out because obviously going up along the shower is a little different. But you can see there the transition strip, and I'm in my storage facility at the moment, so the slide out is in. But there's our new carpet. Moves right in here. For right now, this is the only place where I still have the original carpet. I might get around to replacing it later, but it's a little lower priority. A little tired of doing this, honestly. So let's move along. The vents are back in. You can see the quarter round. Had to go around a bunch of interesting little places here, but it came out okay. Along the slide out, this is done. Now I've got an area right there that needs to be sealed down, and on the other end. That carpet is actually just sitting there right now. And the furniture is not battened down, and that is temporary. I actually have some carpet binding coming in, so I'm going to put a binding strip along that, and then once I've done that, I can start to batten down the carpet and everything, which is just going to be some staples along the edge. Really easy. Furniture, I'll probably go ahead and just do a basic securing of those back down again, but you know, in less than a month I'm going to be pulling it all out and replacing it with the new stuff when it comes in. And where the carpet becomes much more obvious is up here in the front. There we go. The doghouse cover, which actually was not nearly as bad as I thought to do. One little pickle that came up was this cup holder. I had removed it, but with the new padding and the new carpet, it would not fit in there anymore because everything was thicker. So I had to take out the saws and literally cut off about a ½ an inch on the bottom of that and do a little bit of doctoring of the woodwork in order to slip it in there, but now you can't tell. And then over on this little contraption on the wall, there's a height difference now in the floor, so I went ahead and took some scraps from that cup holder and stuck it under there. Later on, I may take some cord around and just wrap around there to give it a little bit more of a finished look, but it is in there nicely. So essentially, we have got everything in place, and this rig is ready to go camping again. So that's pretty much it. I will post some stuff on the blog with some photos that I took as I was going along, and I'll write up how I did everything. But basically, I just needed to get it done because I had a bit of a deadline, and we are now at that point. Other than a few little odds and ends, like with this slide out and the binding, which can be done later, the job is complete. So overall, it was actually a really good experience to do it. Had to figure out a lot of things that I had never done before. Actually doing that actually raised my confidence level to tackle a lot more difficult jobs, which is really cool. So I really enjoyed doing the job. It did take me a little longer than I thought. I think I did a video back in the later part of March where I was sitting over at E.G. Simmons Campground, and I was showing what the rig looked like then before I did anything. And here we are in mid-May, and I'm just now finishing it. And obviously I've not been working on it every day. I mean, I have a business to run, so I've been working primarily on weekends and with some spare time around kids' soccer games and all that stuff, and that's why it took about a month and a half. But we've got it done. And so coming up here in a little less than a month, we should be getting new furniture to get rid of all this dated stuff, and then we'll have to figure out how to get rid of it, all that stuff. It's going to look a lot better and finish off the look as far as really modernizing the inside. We're also going to redo some of these valances, but we're not in a major hurry. And then, as I said, we're going to recover this stuff here. But again, it's not something that holds up the ability to go out and camp, because I am eager to do that.